2 jobs, bone so worn, my soul's on borrowed time. Single mom, my kids needs torn, but your love's my spark divine. Rent's too high, daycare's a fight, dating's a road I can't win. Crypto's fire lights my hope within, yeah, hope within. I'm breaking free for you. Oh, breaking free for you. For your late night glow, I'll rise, won't fall. Hey, sisters, move. Yeah. No scam's gonna change this heart I've grown. No way. I'm breaking free for you. Oh, yeah. Breaking free for you. Oh. $300, screens faint shine, but hype just burns my pain. Xbox dreams lost its cut so fine, your touch keeps fears at bay. Sharks won't steal my dawn's new light, I'm building something true. I'm holding strong, yeah, holding strong. I'm breaking free for you. Oh, breaking free for you. For your late night glow, I'll rise, won't fall. Hey, sisters, move. No scam's gonna change this heart I've grown. No way. I'm breaking free for you. Yeah. Breaking free for you. Oh, folding out, but my soul won't crack. Your love's my strength, keeps my hope intact. Hey, keep pushing, yeah, yeah. Still fighting, oh, still fighting. I'm breaking free for you. Oh, breaking free for you. For your late night glow, I'll rise, won't fall. Hey, sisters, move. No scam's gonna change this heart I've grown. No way. I'm breaking free for you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Breaking free for you. Oh, oh, for you. My hope ain't theirs to break. Oh, I'm breaking free for you. Breaking free for you. Oh, yeah.
Round and round we glide on a blockchain dream. Pixels shimmer soft in a laser beam, mining through the night for the gold unseen. Crypto tides lift high in a digital stream.
Well, it's about this time of night that we do the cowbell ritual. Be ashamed not to do it again tonight. Carry on that tradition that's such as it is.
Patterns twist and gleam on the candlestick glow.
Thereby, therefore, henceforth, furthermore, I do hereby decree that
Hold LS
It is now time for the ringing of the cowbell ceremony. If you'd like to participate, please grab your ding-a-ling and give it a nice big happy shake. Bessie? Is that you? Smells like love.
Treasure found. Light glows warm on a virtual shore. Ether's quiet blessings we can't ignore. Skies stretch wide through a digital.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this show tonight. If this is your first trip with us, please be aware that you need to strap your asses closely into your seat. Keep your hands to yourself at all times. No touching each other. You know how that went last time. Thank you. Also, if this is also your first time, listen. He's handsome, but he's still a turkey, okay? Most turkeys do have beaks. He does not have a beak, and he's very sensitive about it. Please do not say anything about his beak. Thank you. Or his lack of feathers. I think Bald's cute these days, though, don't you? Hell in. Sorry.
Let us now begin. That means hit the button, Sean. Like clockwork. Yeah. Holy crap. What happened over here? Who forgot to turn all the buttons off, Sean? Would that be... It's like, you know, it turns his mic off when... How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Late Night Crypto with the Road Dogg. Oh, I'm sorry. To be more serious, like, you're watching Late Night Crypto. I'm Road Dogg. Ha! All right. Glad to have you guys here. Thank you. 10 people hanging out. Let's say hello to everybody first. Make sure everything is up and running. Everybody's all happy-go-lucky. Are we doing good? Look at this market today. We got Melis Williams. Oh, snap, not again. What? Wee! Okay, back to gaming until stream begins. Now it's guitars and Cadillacs. How's it going, Melis Williams? And Mr. Miles, I see you there. Melis was first tonight. We just customarily now give the clap away. There you go. Enjoy the STD.
All right. Yeah.
Special top dog. Yeah. What did you think it meant? The Special Top Dog Award. The STD goes to Miss Melis Williams. Hey, congratulations. Duality C. Good to see you. Glasshoppers, turkey time. Mr. Miles, did you know that? You know, it seems like it's a vague thing that I might have seen that probably here on YouTube somewhere or mentioned somewhere, but I had not thought about that in a while. But wow, that would. Now there's going to be all these OnlyFans brands. Speaking of which, if you would like to see your Bitcoin charts in a private group setting, just a one-on-one or a menage a trois if you insist, Sean, and what you get out of this deal for only a mere $2,499 a month. You little sexy toad sucker, you over there. Oh snap, there's Sean's face over my ad. How'd that happen? $24.99 a month. Hey, that little private group, we will show you the Bitcoin price target and point at it with yours truly's footsie foots. Yeah, just like that. Worth every penny. You guys can do mine. No, I love you guys. You're awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. All right, well, since we talked about it, I had to get mine out there too, you know, for the algorithm and such. Seems like we got something happened over here. Some fan bonding. What's going on? Haven back. Hey, Crypto sent one Gifto Crypt membership. Hey, thank you for doing that, Haven. I'll give you an STD too. Special Top Dog Award. This is the channel. This is the channel to come to if you want to catch a late night STD. I'm just saying. I'll hand it out all night long. We do it all night long. Let me come back over to the live chat. It switched over to the top for some reason. It does that. I'm a boomer trying to do YouTube. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. 16 people hanging out. Glad to have each and every one of you here. While I'm sitting here yapping, I want to put up my little marker for altcoin requests, because when I come back to the chat after chasing squirrels over here on the charts, come back over here and look for any altcoin requests that you guys want to see. That way I can find it a lot easier and quicker, rather than sitting here like an old boomer going, what was that? What'd you say, Sonny boy? Oh, wait, back up. Oh, wait a minute. Is this one? Does you back up? Is this the button? No. Wait, Grandpa. Haven says, Devil Girl. Oh, we're going way back to the intro, aren't we? Mills Williams says, hey, Road Dog, nice suit jacket. Reminds me of Aha video. Yeah, guys, I guess it kind of does, doesn't it? Jordan Peterson also has this jacket, I must say. We shop at the same little boutique, Amazon. Yes. Anyway, it was on sale. It's very polyestery. Reminds me of the 70s too. Thank you so much, Haven. I appreciate that. There's Ave Medina. How's it going, Ave? Good to see you. Throwing up the links there. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing that. That is a very kind way to show your support. And here's the little marker I put up. So when I come back from looking at, first we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, see what's going on with it, move over to the indices, because that's really where we get our insight on what's going to happen. If you've been watching my channel and how we kind of, figure out some things fairly accurately around here, I think. We need that to do it. So that gives us the insight that we need, is these indices. Some people think they're boring, some people ignore them, and those are the people who usually get their ass handed to them sometimes because the market did something they didn't see coming. At least this way we see things coming. The only thing we got to bitch about then is did you act on it, or did you just say, nah, we'll be all right, we'll probably be okay? But we see the warning signs over here. All right, so hello, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. 16 people. Let's get into the charts, if you don't mind. Tonight's stream is brought to you. Oh, man, I forgot to do that earlier. By some good-ass coffee. Again, going to keep me up all night again. Yay. I'll go to bed about 8 o'clock in the morning again, probably, after drinking this. Good-ass coffee. Get you some. All right. Let's get on with the stream. So I'm looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, and it just looks a mess because I just got a bunch of lines and price targets and somebody coming here. And what does this mean? It does look a mess. The biggest thing I think to pay attention to here is the fact that we're still below. Hello, microphone. You're trying to jump in my mouth there. Is that we're still below the 200 moving average, and we did get that death cross of the 50 moving average crossing that things I'm looking at right here, and that kind of sucks. And now we're riding below this 50 moving average, like we just can't seem to get above it. We got some other smaller moving averages trying to move up. They're being, fairly bullishly acting here as support, saying, yo, go price, you can do it, you can do it. They're cheering it on. We just got to see if it will stick. But basically, we're kind of in some turbulent waters right now, is how I would describe it. We got some work to do. We've still not quite, we didn't quite make a higher high, did we? I don't believe we did. I think we came up, right up there, smack dab even. And I mean, that's, it's okay, but it's not what we really, really want. That could set up for some kind of maybe higher low here that might resemble a cup and handle, or at least follow this bigger trend line idea, which here it goes a little bit steeper than we'd probably want to see it. When we connect these candle bodies, kind of opens us up to these lower areas here, which currently is a little higher than where we left last time. Last time we dipped back down to 13,350 something, right? So if we do get a pullback, we would hope and pray that it doesn't go too far below 113 in that area. Maybe dip down a little bit here. We're on the 4-hour time frame. But as it stands, we are still above the 9 moving average, which is still good. we're just below some, getting some resistance from those guys and kind of putting us in a little downward pressure there from that one. But the smaller ones look kind of feisty. So I think we got, and that just kind of spells for some interesting turbulence sideways. It almost makes me think we had kind of FOMC news coming out or something. If we look at our MACD, she's getting a little tired. You see the histograms are turning a little bit light there. So just the first little signs of interest. There's even a little bit of divergence going on between the histogram and then our lines right here. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. We'll just kind of see what kind of happens there. We're looking at the top up there, those gosh darn prices, trying to look for that bullish kind. Then it does appear that we have a little bit of bearish divergence on the MACD from this top to that top. So could drive us down a little bit. Basically, out of Bitcoin, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we would all love to see her just regain this 50 and just start moving up. But in reality, we might just see some sideways through here before we finally do get a higher high. So let's get prepared for that. Today is, oh my gosh, are we losing track of the days? Today's already Wednesday. Today is a hump day. I had an inkling, or a hope rather, that maybe hump day would get a hump to the upside. We talked about that because they were being kind of nasty to us there Monday night and into Tuesday. They weren't being as nice to us. And they kind of changed their tune now, bumping up and down there. So we haven't confirmed this double bottom shape yet. We're working on it, just haven't done it. So we don't have that. I think I should get rid of some of these lines. Did we just put that one there though? All right. So from the 4 hour, I'm just going to jump down to something smaller, say like a 15. And here we're looking at these little local patterns, still within our bigger pattern, if you want to look at it that way, and some people do. You can even take this new little trend line here, and I think you should. Nice little hopeful area that kind of suggests, in confluence with this 100 moving average, that bullishly crossed over some other moving averages there. That we might get a little bounce here, we would hope. That would be nice. I would like that. And that is possibly our third hump on this line, so we got to look at that with a little caution. Coming through this green cloud, that's a little cautionary too for this particular time frame. So we're hoping, but she could get funky on us. If she gets funky, we're looking down here. If she bounces, then man, we should be trying to break up here toward this 116-200 area right there, and that would be cool. I'm good with that. So let's just let's see what she's got going on here. Personally, I usually track this one on the 6 minute time frame. This is where I make my plans on bigger time frames. I always look to the bigger time frames to see what the hell's going on. You got to stand back from the forest so you don't get caught up in all the little trees and tree branches, right? And so you can see how to navigate. You got to zoom out, but then you can get right in there and you can get right up to the bark on each tree if you want to, and kind of make your moves from there, whatever you're trying to do in that freaky forest. I don't know. But anyway, here on the 6 minute, she's trying, but we still don't have the flip of moving averages that I need. I need to see this purple one get up here. It's going to take a little give and take there. So that means we might touch that little outlier, and that's about 114,200 at the moment. So that would imply maybe breaking this trend line, and we don't want to do that. That could be nasty. And man, I'm kind of tired of nasty. Here's the ABC correction that Elliot thinks we're going through, and the best place to bounce is close to where we are. Otherwise, what he said, down through here. So a little funky chicken playing going on right now, ups and downs, sideways, and that's okay, because that could, with Bitcoin doing this, Bitcoin will just kind of hang out. Or maybe just gradually float around in some kind of little rangy range, The more it does that and goes sideways, and if we can get Bitcoin dominance to kind of drop, then we got a pretty decent chance with altcoins. And so, mon friend, that's why we're going to come back to this 4 hour time frame here. Or we could have just popped over here and got it behind my little dancing girls right over here. We see that at this moment, while Bitcoin is going sideways, that got the little cheat sheet over here too. Bitcoin dominance. It says if Bitcoin dominance is going down, and Bitcoin is kind of stable, altcoins have a tendency to kind of go up. We like that combination. That's the combination we got going on possibly right now. Okay? Let's try not to jinx it. I don't know how we would, but I don't know. Things change a lot. They change. Why they change so soon? So let me go ahead and take this little cheat sheet, which is available over in the Telegram group, by the way, off the screen before I forget about it and leave it up there all freaking night long. I've got a little note to myself that I took from the weekly chart. A little post-it note I put over here. I'm looking to see price go toward 117 when it does that for Bitcoin, and when it does, then I want to make sure I'm looking at what I want to do with my whole portfolio, including altcoins, because that would be the point. If we got up there and got rejected, that would be the point to kind of make a decision on altcoins, I believe, or look more seriously into it. And I'm hoping that we can get to 117. We might not make it up there, maybe 116 and a half or something, you know. So we're kind of trying to follow that. But there is a lot of resistance up ahead for Bitcoin, so we don't need to get gung-ho that we're getting ready to go for all-time highs. But that is not off the table. It's not off the table. And at this point in the market, as we are nearing the last leg of the cycle, it's best to kind of lean a little bit more bullish in your overall thinking than it is bearish at the moment, or you're going to miss that move, and then you're going to be chasing. Be a chaser, be a chaser. That's not fun. Don't be that person. Don't be the chaser. That's how they get you. And they will come back and get a lot of people too. All right, so I'm going to take this little, you know what? Should we do that? Yeah, we can take you off of there. You're kind of old news, baby. What? You're going to replace me just like that? You're going to get a fresh new line, a younger line, shorter line? All right. So we got some resistance up ahead, and that gives us, that'd be nice for total 3 right here, right behind the airplane there, to rise up to find resistance at those areas. That would be très cool. To me, it looks like we've already broken one trend line here and went back and tested it for support. A good chance, I believe, that we can actually go up to there, to this magical little area about right here. Doing so, this is the 4-hour chart, so this is what we could be looking for at going into Friday or going into the weekend, hopefully going into the weekend. She's giving us a little red candle right now on the 4-hour candles. It wasn't red just a second ago, was it? But she's making a little bit of higher. What's she making? She is definitely making a high. She made a higher low. That's the biggest thing. Now we got to go and aim for this area. It'd be great if we get even just a little breakout, a fake out even would be cool with that. Really. I mean, it sucks when it happens and you're betting the farm that, yeah, look at that. It's all kinds of time. Guys, here are the next 5 coins that are going to 20x in the next 3 days. Join me trading group and I'll share more with you. It's only $1,000 a month. Get yours today. You know it's worth it. All right, so you get all that crap going on. We're being all crazy. I have no $1,000 a month trading group. I'm just saying. However, where did it go? You lost it. You have no comedic timing. Yeah, you totally lost it, dude. I do have an OnlyFans group. All right, so we got some space to where we can see some nice action unfold over the next few days, man, into the weekend. I hope that's what we see happen. I hope that we see this Bitcoin dominance. Now we're just gonna go to the big ass chart. I hope we see this big ass the Bitcoin dominance coming down. It appears she's trying to make it could be a possible bear flag situation. That would be extremely hopeful. We're going to just take the little standard measure move there, put it here. I used to do this because that was what I was taught, but and I used to make fun of Gare Solway for doing it this way, but Thomas Bukowski always has also backtested this and applying this, and me applying it this way, I do find that this measure move is more effective taken when you put it to the opposite side of the breakout. So if it breaks out to the downside, I want to take it from the top. And knowing what I do about fibs now, yeah, it makes a hell of a lot more sense to me. to do the measure move from there. So that measure move could go down to 57%, and that would be awesome. It would break some levels that we've had trouble breaking before, and that would be the hopeful scenario. The gotcha bitch scenario is that oh man, and then it bounces, or it bounces anywhere in between, and it comes up and it keeps going higher. That would suck. But the moving averages here are starting to give way. You see those crosses over here? These are the bigger moving averages. It reflects like smaller moving averages on bigger time frames. It's more the momentum. So the big momentum is starting to get tired here and flip bearish. So we got our first major bearish crossover there, I consider. You already had the 200 crossover the 800. That was a good one. That was a good one. And so slowly this ribbon band of moving averages, any ribbon band of moving averages would start showing this at some point, are starting to flip. So Bitcoin dominance is starting to get tired, and I ain't mad about it. The only thing is, it takes its own little sweet ass time to go anywhere, it seems, man. So, I mean, we could still be doing some kind of rising wedge thing up to here to this 0.5 is where I'm really looking at, because that getting rejected there does imply that we can definitely hit some of these lower areas too. But any of these, we could still do it. But we need to see something like that, and it's not within the time frame for it to happen tomorrow or even this week. It looks like this would be over the next, I don't know, several weeks, and that kind of makes us wonder, well, what's August going to be like? And so far it looks like a bunch of chop to me, with a little hope for some altcoins to actually do something, because looking at total 3 over here on the bigger picture, get rid of some of that stuff. Do we need these price labels again? I don't think we do. Bounced off of that one. Nailed it! All right, and so when you zoom out at altcoins, it did what we needed it to do. Back earlier this month, just a few days ago, when we were all scared and everything was falling from the sky was falling, we caught, and the trend line I got is mostly taken from these bottoms here that started forming a nice tight trend line. It kind of goes through there, right? And this is on the 4 hour. Now it might have fit on the daily or something like that. It might be cutting through. But either way, oh, that fits really nice too. Either way, we respected this bottom trend line area. And however you want to draw it, you're getting some nice respect out of it. And then we make a higher low, so it does seem like we want to go right through this Ichimoku cloud, recover this 50 moving average. This is looking bullish for altcoins for me. We can now take this line. A few days ago, we were looking at here as we were closing our stream, and we were losing that, and then we started getting our dump with altcoins. So broke a trend line rule, and that was the warning. Hey man, this might be where we need to think about doing something. And the simple trend line strategy, which I love, I can't get over it. Now you draw this trend line. Now we got official breakout from that. Cool. Now we got a maturing trend line, and she's about what, at one of them 45-degree angles, if I skew you just right. But she's at a more maturing angle. I'll do that. They start out kind of steep, and then they mature a little bit, right? You get a drop. And that's cool, because now this trend line should last a little while, or even better, deviate from it like this one and eventually start going parabolic. That would be the most perfect situation, right? And now we're coming upon another set of trend lines over here, and I believe they're extended a little bit more on this one. I'll adjust that. Go to a couple of these top 2 candle bodies that I can find right there. You're not perfect. You don't have to be perfect, but it ain't nothing wrong with trying to make it perfect. Don't get me wrong. I think you get it more accurate, the more perfect you try to do it. But if you try to be too perfect, then you're being a gosh darn perfectionist, and you'll get caught up into the act instead of the trade. I don't know. So parallel channel, not parallel. Is it parallel? Yeah, parallel. I guess that's the right word. Channel, just not horizontal. Descending channel. trying to work price and bounce from one end to the other. That's what usually kind of happens. We kind of ping pong until it doesn't do it, breaks out in one of those areas, right? It being price coming into this could be a nice little continuation aspect or idea there. And that's where you get the ideas of some of those measure moves when it comes to patterns. And using that same concept, same idea, does take us up to these areas, about $1.2 trillion if we get a nice little breakout there. I've got a $1.3 trillion target up there and a 1.1 area that I'm looking for resistance. And basically, just going up is just going to make us all happy as we see altcoins start to give back some of what they took away from us. We just at an area of resistance right now, having to fight it through. We need to come down to the 1 hour. She's putting in the fight right now. Oh, she's fighting hard as we're speaking. This is where that needs her support, ladies and gentlemen. They needs to do something. We just reclaimed the 200 moving average and we're in danger of losing it. We need to make this stick. We need a little help. And now's a good time to probably just pray to Jesus, ask for a little help, draw a trend line, and hope that we don't really start dropping candles below that and that we hold that 200 moving average on this 1 hour. And then tomorrow might be a nice sweet ass day. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be having a nice sweet ass day if we can just get a little comeback from this. And I'm wanting to get down on the nitty gritty, so I'm going to come down to my little smaller ass time frame. I'm going to get all the juicy gossips, what's going on. We got some bullish crosses over here. We got the 200 crossing the 800. They trying to pull some kind of slick ass wheelie move here. You got the 600 above the 800, and that's bullish too. So you know that's going to win a little bit more in their favor. However, that 360's on here back here going to make him come in for a little sucker punch. So you better watch out for that one. What does that mean? We got a better chance of finding some support here and bouncing. But eventually we might have to come back and deal with this little sucker somewhere between here and wherever that we might end up. We might have to come back and talk with this one. But maybe we can get by and escape it for right now. We got a 1 hump, almost a 2 hump. Now we got our 2 hump. We need a 3 hump before we get a dump. That's just what we say around this with it. If you stick around here, I will give you goofy sayings that will stick in your head. I will help you learn this with stupidity. Yeah, we get dumb, but it'll stick in there. Yeah, you want to know what to look for to find a good entry? Need I say more? That makes for... That almost sounded obscene. My gosh, I am so... I didn't mean to offend you. Does look kind of nice, though. I'm just saying. We will help you learn. You just got to hang around, man. We'll make the stuff stick into your head. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come back to the chat because I'm feeling a little kind of weird right now. I think the coffee, it's something about the coffee I'm drinking tonight. 23 people hanging out. Hey, there's Meet Damien. Your thoughts on AI16Z long from here? Hey, I saw I caught his stream today. Hey, here was Andy Bitconsensen. I get this Meet Damien. If you're not subscribed to Meet Damien, you might really want to do that. Caught his stream today. I gotta say, I really liked the stream. So, Meet Damien over on YouTube streamed earlier today. Worth watching that. It will go over TA and request a TA, do charts. Good, solid TA skills. Awesome. He's a fib guy, likes to do fib. No, see, he's got a 5 moving average strategy. Not the same that I got. Doesn't have to be. So moving averages and fibs. Awesome. Good alpha, and also he was doing some live trading. They're swing trades, not trying to do the little 1 minute day trade, but and going over why. I mean, just explaining, hey, this is the trade I'm in. This is why I entered, what I was looking for. That's the alpha that you need. And whether you're new to the game or you've been in the game for a while, that's just good alpha to be around other traders and stuff like that, sharing their mindset. And when you got somebody that's got a good grasp of it, it's always good to be in this good company. Man, shout out to you, David. I thought it was a very, very excellent stream. Keep it up. Keep doing more of it. We need more content like that. Me, Damien, go give him a sub. 385 subscribers. Let's get that channel up. I mean, I know I don't have very much, but hey, from what we have, there we go. All right, let me come back to the chat here. Let me run back up here to my little marker, and then we got my little pad. I got a few coins on here. I've got some that I'm not even familiar with, and then some that we've tracked a few last few days. So I'll draw off of some of them. There might be some interesting things happening there. There's OG1, crypto manipulation trader. Says, hi, bro, is it okay to long SWE at 343? We'll take a look at SWE. Have to make a note or I'll forget. Bro, how's it going? OG1? DualDC says, if you could pick one to review, please XRP, Phoenix, Pongo, or Laugh? Okay. Let's see, what else have we got? Haven says, I had a 68% trade on a 30x on Aave using Solana's collateral on the Kronos chain. I'm firing from the hip. That sounds... So you're pretty much just using the SEXIEST, I mean the Dexes, right? The decentralized exchanges and stuff.
Thank you very much.
That's cool. So you're using Solana's collateral. 30x. I'm gonna have to look and see what they got on their Kronos chain now. A lot of these chains, I mean, last cycle they weren't all built out. They were talking about it, plans for it, and getting started on it. Or what they had was very basic, and not enough people willing to put their money over there at that time. But it's been 4 years since then, right? A lot of things have happened. A lot of regulations changed, especially recently. Now it's a thing. In the meanwhile, some of these bigger things, especially like Kronos, Crypto.com, they've had their chance to dig their hands into what they needed to do for the lobbyist and all of that. And I think they're set up to do things pretty well. I don't think you want to, in other words, I don't think you want to fade that DeFi system. It's probably worth taking a deeper look at. So Haven, I think that's a good play. I do. I think that. Saw Virtuals at 97 cents yesterday. Virtuals has been having a hard time. It was looking better though. I want to take a look at it because it looked like it may possibly have a local bottom. But it seems like last time I looked at it, I thought it was going to go up and then still probably can have a little lower that it can go. That's what looks so scary about it. But I noticed it was hitting about like 123 earlier today. We got Joe, Trade Intuition right there. Also another YouTuber streaming every day. Go check him out. Also puts out music. Almost 2,300 subscribers, Joe. Maybe we can push it up to 2,300. Anybody here that's not subscribed to Joe, go check him out. You'll like it. It's got the good alpha there. Man, and honestly, man, I think me and Joe complement each other really well. I just want to say that. We can get a little degen or a little more on the more risky or assertive. Maybe the assertive, I think, is the more way. Risky is definitely fit. That definitely fits that definition too. Risky and assertive entries and things like that, in a way to look at it. And Joe has got, he leans more of the, he'll go risky. Don't go get it twisted. He knows how to play the game. But he's teaching that good stuff. A little bit more of the conservative thing. We make a good compliment there, I think, because you got to know that. If you really want to get better at being a risky degen, you got to understand these concepts and what he teaches over there. And if you don't want to go through all the drawdown that a lot of us degens go through, because we do, if we're being honest about it, degens, it don't always work out the way we want it to, does it? Yeah, when it does, it's wonderful. You look awesome. But when it doesn't, you're like, well, that kind of sucked a little bit, didn't it? Well, that didn't go. It looked like it. What, another rug pull? Seriously? Exploit? What does that mean? Oh, they can walk it off. They're good. What? Mandy coin, yeah! All right, so it promised not to rug pull.
But it promised. It said it wasn't going to.
Rug pull coin.
Yeah, but what, really? Yeah, I did it because I didn't think that it was going to actually rug pull. Why would they call it rug pull coin? That's like just asking for jail time. It was like a no-brainer. I was like, it's rug pull coin. It's not going to rug pull. It's going to do good. Yeah. They rug pulled. I never saw it coming. Never saw it coming.
I'm getting silly, places. Anyway, Joe's got some excellent alpha man over there and teaches how to trade. I gotta say, it's good traditional value. That's how I would describe it. That's the way you want. You will have your solid foundation skills right there. And once you got a good solid foundation, you do what you want. But he's teaching you how to do it and how to do it responsibly. You need to spend some time with Joe. I'm just saying. The coffee's kicking in. I can feel it. I'm losing my mind. Let's drink some more. How stupid can we get? John, what kind of mushroom coffee is this again? Gator Squatch is in the house. Spell and Toshi did me pretty good tonight. Toshi, I saw, was up to like 0.006 or something. I've got it on my list over there already. Spell, now I haven't looked at that one in a minute. Is it still a thing? Actually, I think that's probably the first time I've heard anybody mention that coin in probably about 2 years. That makes me want to take a look at it. Obviously, is coffee or crack? That's what I'm wondering. For real. I feel like dancing in the dick. Okay. I need some Memphis coffee. Is that what it says? Because they had a little thing. I think that's what it said. Memphis coffee. Hey, there's Mr. Miles. I never got my refund. I never got that 1 Bitcoin you were supposed to send. But when I do, Mr. Miles, I will definitely double it up and send 2 right back to you, sir. Oh my God. Don't do it. Mr. Miles, thank you for your support, man. Thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. I assume there's also a Caspa. We'll take a look at Caspa, see how Caspa's doing. Caspa's got some good news on the horizon. Haven says, I need to switch my coffee then. All right, I think I caught them all. If I missed them, we'll come back. Haven said, you two should film a crypto-ish road trip together after we're all rich. I'll still need entertainment. Mr. Miles says, Caspa smart contracts end of August. And I did think I heard some kind of rumor about stablecoin, right? That's what I've been saying. They needed the whole damn time. Whole time they were getting in on all that when all that stupid meme coin stuff was coming on. That made it sound like it was something that it was, and they weren't. Anyway, now they're on the right. This is on the right track. I don't know what the story is about all that. Caspa Dex is on the way. Yes, it needs that. Stablecoins being tested. Yes, that's going to make the chain right there. That's going to put it. That's going to put it in the running for the top 10, I believe, right there when they get that going. Thank you, Rodo, for the compliment. I hope it came out that way because I'm sitting here rambling. I'm like, I hope that they're coming out. Right. Good thing. Joe's a goat. Joe knows. That's the best way. Hey, there's Chris, JLP. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started on some of these coins. First one I'm going to take a look at is, wait a minute, we had a, okay, I got to check, make sure that one of those wasn't a request. All right. First of all, I want to take a look at is Toshi, just because she's been having a decent day today. And Coinbase is probably, no, you should have a good run on Coinbase for price history, right? But somehow I think you were just recently listed on Coinbase, right? Yeah, isn't odd? So we need to go someplace a little bit more degen, like COINEX, maybe Mexi here. A little bit more of that price history, I guess. So it looks like we're still in a 236 fib range, meaning a good little range. That's probably a good area to still collect this one or accumulate it. Yeah, that's what that line is. Okay. So we're still in a cool little area there. I'm on the weekly. And looks like on a smaller time frame, it looked like we're in a bullish pattern here. Higher lows. Let's go down to the daily. Well above the 9 moving average there, above the 5 moving average. I threw the 5 in just to kind of, I don't know, help me kind of navigate some of these. And we reclaimed the 21. That's cool. That's looking good. We could look at it this way, and why not? We had this idea going, we lost the pattern, and now it broke into the pattern, and that's a pretty clean, that's a nice candle open right there above that trend line. Oh, you just throwing it right? Maybe, I don't know. Depends on how you do it. That's still nice. That's nice. That fits really good there. Anyway, we're back in the pattern, and that's a good sign. It could get more bullish here than not. Some resistance up ahead with that 236 area. We've already bumped our head on it one time. Maybe this time we can poke our head through that little hole we tried to create. I got this target up here. I think it's a 786 Fibonacci area, 0.00087. And from where we are currently up to there's about another 28% from where we were at the bottom around this other Fibonacci area, which to me that's a good place to buy that bounce. If you'd picked up any there about 0.0005 when it was, well, that'd be, is that half of a whatever is that? I don't know. Anyway, cheap. I can't do math in decimals. Anyway, 68% of the time, it's 67% gains from there. Not bad. If we can get up there, and I don't see why we can't. We've been up in that area before more than one time. Been making some higher lows. That's usually a good sign. We're getting ready to try to pull something off or have a good chance to. So. Bigger pattern here. We're kind of slowly curving and deviating right there. Starting to look a little frisky for Toshi. I'm starting to feel like starting to see these first signs that make me believe that over these next 3 months we might actually see something out of altcoins. Oh my gosh. In the next 3 months, he says. And then it's over. That's what it, I just wonder if it's going to be like that. Now, normally, I mean, well, I can't say normally because we haven't had that many altcoin seasons, right? Altcoins haven't been around that long. Started happening more like 2016, 2017, right? And still nobody knew what the hell it was. And like, you're cheating Ethereum. Now you're trying to make tokens on top of you instead of having an actual change. What's that going to do? That don't sound right. I don't know. It was weird at first, but some of us didn't understand the genius of all those things that some of the geniuses understood back in them days, but or we would have bought more of some of them, but then most of them still ain't here. Remember Silkcoin? Yeah, how's that one doing? Yeah, it's not. How about Feathercoin, man? Yeah, world adoption on that. You guys don't have any Feathercoin? What the hell, man? Oh, so you do have Feathercoin? Yeah, it's... What, that $2,000 bag's only worth 3 cents now? Oh man, sorry to hear that. I think if we learned anything from this cycle is to have a little bit more scrutiny when it comes to altcoins and what we invest in long term with altcoins. Too many people got burned on this cycle. Some of us did last cycle too, just kind of, you know, if we were around in 2017 and compared it to last cycle, kind of, this is, I mean, it was all right, but it is not the same. Nice little idea on Toshi. We could be going up, and I like that, Toshi. Let's take a look at, I'm just on the daily on Toshi. Did we go to the smaller time frame? I like to at least go to the 4 hour. 4 hour looking good. You know, she's coming up against resistance, so we just gotta be careful, but everything looks like a nice little setup. That, she trying to do some stuff here. to add some resistance. Just got up here on the wick though. Might open up some space there. All right, so we had a question about SWE. And is Binance, used to you would go to Binance to get good price history, but then, you know, they started charging too much to get on there or whatever, and putting in more of a song and dance to get on there after CZ left and whatnot, it seems like. Mexi is probably about one of the best places, I think. Got a good high history on that. Good enough. I'll just move you. Get you back up there. So pretty satisfied with this trend line that we broke it, and we've not yet recovered it. I think you were saying about what, 343? It does look like she's trying to do something. She's on definitely, I'm on the 4 hour. She's on definitely a good moving average to watch there. This one's going to be tricky because I think she's still in her correction, to be honest with you. And it looks like, even though she might come up a little bit, but we still got a good chance to even roll over again. If you're playing anything, you might want to keep some short-term options open. Moving average-wise, I think we might be able to come up to about 374, about that 100 moving average. It'd be a retest of this trend line here. It would look cool because we're completing that double bottom, right? And maybe it finds support, and if it did, that's great, about 355. But it could also lose that and play around here a little bit, and then finally start getting some traction, kind of come back and retest some of these bottom areas. There's not much here to catch it except for this little area that caught it here, which has nothing below it. Sometimes I like to turn toward Elliot and see what do you say? Elliot says she is on the ABC correction, but it may be over. So you saying I'm the one that screwed up? It's my fault, Elliot? You think I should be dragging this trend line over here like this? We could. I mean, we could make that play, but it's still going to be resistance. We can try that idea. I mean, there's a little something there as far as angles, so we can do that. I'm not sold on it just yet, so I'll make it a dotted line. But that could be. I would feel more sold on it if I can take that angle and find a reciprocal angle somewhere over here, and there is one, actually. That's nice. We may be on, might just be on the little deviation idea here. That, yeah. All right, I kind of like that idea, actually. I kind of like that idea. If that be true, then I think your question was, is it a good time to enter? Based on this idea, then yeah, that's a good entry. Even right now wouldn't be a bad entry on the 4 hour. So it looks like we can find an entry here, and the best way to do it. And now, if I were looking for a trade on the 4 hour, doesn't mean that I would enter on the 4 hour. You will find where something looks like it's a good entry on the 4 hour, and you just jump in blindly. And sometimes you see some of these overly paid gurus do that live on their live streams, and just boom. And the price paid for it is usually drawdown, and if you will just go down to a smaller time frame and then look for an entry on that, like whatever the pattern's doing there, whatever's going on with your moving average, you're trying to find a trigger, a reason to get in. Go down to a smaller time frame after you kind of see what's going on in the bigger time frame, especially after you got a trigger on it already on the bigger. And then we can nail a better entry and try to avoid some of that nasty drawdown. See, if you got on the 4 hour just blindly there, and she wanted to be coming all the way back down here to 337 just for some freaking reason, you just got to ride it out that way, right? All right, so we got a broken trend line there. That's a little bearish, a little negative anyway. Where are you going to fit me out? Oh, that's nice. Don't know if the fibs are going to be as helpful there. we're coming up to an area of support. Retesting the breakout of this trend line. I'm actually looking for it. See if you can bounce here. Now, this is about the 382 fib area when we did pull our fibs. That would be a nice little place for it to bounce. I'm just catching a little bit of a bias from this trend line that we just broke. And all that's going to be is just a steep ass resistance. We could still get on a new trajectory and still come out of this without having to. Because we broke this trend line doesn't mean that we have to just reverse or anything like that. We can still find some traction here. And right now we're at a good little spot here at 345. So I'm cautious because we broke a trend line, but I will entertain the thought that this might be just this trend line starting to mature. So this is another example of what the little trick that we just did. Okay, good, go with that idea. Do we have a reciprocal angle? We do. So I'm going to run with this idea, and then that lets me know that, hey man, go with an idea of a tight stop loss. Or, well, you can go with a tight stop loss. Or you could play it from the angle that, man, they might come fishing for them stop losses and just go with a little bit less leverage and a little bit lighter of a position and wait till it gets taken off and then start building your position from there. No, there are so many different ways to approach this, and that's what we all have to figure out for ourselves, trying these different techniques for our entries and whatnot until we get what we're comfortable with and what works for us. Everybody's going to have a different approach and a different way to look at it. It's just part of the game there. Nice little rising wedgie right there that broke to the downside just like it should do. Some people would say that they would break all the way back down to where they start. And I mean, that's a rule of thumb, but it ain't got to be that way, especially depending on how bullish we are into the move. Because they're going pretty gosh darn bullish right now. I like this. I think it's got a chance to bounce here. It's a lot to ask to get out of this green cloud, but I think she's got a chance. Let's see if she does. Take a look at Phoenix. I'm not sure what that is. And MEXC's got it. Nice. Higher lows. We're on the 15 minute. Let's zoom out. Go to the daily so we can see where we are. Okay. We looked at you before. Oh, looks like we had a nailed it area down here. Whoa. Fuck. We called the boss. Hey. 22 people while I'm here. I forgot to talk about it because, well, it's just worth talking about. You know, a few days ago, I put this over because I do this as a teaching little thing. I want to spend a minute, pardon me just for a moment. Won't take very long. But, you know, there's a popular YouTuber. I don't know if you can see his face down there. I don't have to show it, but very popular YouTuber that was down here when we were very low at the bottom. This was the bottom. And they're very proudly remembering their remembrance of what was going on during this time seems to escape them because now we called the bottom to the minute. It's on tape. We got it. Yeah. I'm very proud about calling the bottom. But, and they did actually enter a trade there. They did. So they have that. They have an entry from down here. So that gives them credence for that. But if you just peep it over, you ever see the gurus, they will call things both ways. And eventually, at first, they were on the right track. And that's why I posted that. At first, it was looking at a possible double bottom. But when it broke out of this trend line and went up, the first red candle, the dude totally flipped, and then saw a head and shoulders, which are a top reversal pattern at this bottom, and declared us going down to like I forgot, wherever down here, a lot lower than where we ended up. But that was the last call. That was the call they're looking for, a bearish. And I know a head and shoulders when I see one, and very confident on this move too. But now, today, I mean, and after, since it was the bottom, because this is what it was doing after that. And now it's like, oh, they knew the whole time it was going to do that. I mean, they're very proud about that call. We called it. It's just crazy how that works here on YouTube. I'm just saying. I mean, you get both ways, then you just, I think you just tell people, I think I'm trying to figure it out. You just tell people the way you want, whatever you want them to believe. just gaslight the hell out of your audience. And hey, man, I mean, all right. So I'm going to try that. So just like last time, we looked at this and we nailed this and we nailed this bottom here, and there's that top that we see. That sucks because we did nail it. We did nail it. I did. We did nail. The fibs did, not me. The fibs. Our technique did. The fibs. But anyway, yeah. So we nailed that perfectly, and then we called this, yeah. And then we even told you what it was going to have for dinner next Tuesday night. Yeah, that's how good we are. I mean, if you want to know what's going on, you got to watch this channel. Subscribe to my paid group. Yeah. Because we called this and we called that and we called everything here and we called that and we called your mom 3 names, called for pizza delivery, calling everything, calling the cops, 911. We're calling everything on this channel. Yeah, this is where you go. All right. Sorry. Phoenix, it's looking good. I like this new little angle that we got there. You got the golden cross here, opposite of the death cross on the daily. That's cool. Bigger time frame means more. So 50 crossing the 200. Has more value there, so that's cool. This looks bullish. It looks like she's ready to go up for a higher high and finally break through this top that we called. Remember that? Gosh darn it, do you remember when we called that top? Yeah. We got to do that for the algorithm, apparently. So that's cool. So we're kind of getting out of this range, and that's what these little red lines are, right? A little bottom range, and then this is part of a bigger look at it. Look. So now we got to come back here out of here and break out of this little range, and then she's ready to start talking back to these. I don't know where that came from, and I'm going to disagree. I mean, then we can start getting back up to these mid levels, right? We're in the lower thirds, darling, right here. The lower thirds. We'll make our way to the middle thirds, and then the upper thirds. Well, then maybe we'll go to the Valhalla region over here on the heavenly thirds. So just progress there. I likes it. So we're on the daily, man. So yeah, I'd say right here at this point, 0, 0, 0, 0. 40 to 55-ish kind of area that we topped out at over there. We'll probably go retest that. And honestly, we might even go just a smidgen higher there. And well, I just feel stupid if we just didn't figure that out for you. What'd you give me? A 618? What did you give me on the actual little leg here? 76. Okay, we'll go with you. We'll take you from here, baby. Right, here we go. If you are looking for a little bonus target, because she could do it, man. She's angling up, and this is also angling up. You're making a channel, basically. Oh, a little point. See this one? This is the bottom line, the original down here. That's a lot parallel to this. So this is our channel, and this is the little rising squeeze of it, man. Starting to squeeze. Now, being coming from a bottom area, which has a nice little pointy thing and 2 dangly things. That's a double Adam and Eve. That's Adam and Eve and her sister Lilith. That's wicked. It's a big old box, baby. Easiest way to look at it, for real. If I can draws it, I draws it. It's just this. I mean, you got pattern, but that's basically what the pattern's doing, is saying. And then you got to measure move from that, and that does take us up to these areas over here to test this. And it could probably do even better, man. That's at 0.000005 just by eyeballing it and doubling it up. So lots of different ways to look at it, and then she's in the juicy accumulation zone. I'm going to take these prices over here at this box that we nailed perfectly, because we foresaw that happening with our crystal ball way ahead of time and called it, nailed it. That's what we do here on this channel. We nail it every day. There's no other channel. We are the best crypto channel on YouTube. You will not find another turkey crypto channel out there that does better than what this turkey crypto channel does. I am the #1 turkey crypto influencer out here. I'm the turkey crap. I'm going to work that algorithm. That's what I'm going to work that algorithm. I can't do it. That takes too much damn energy. I'm tired already. Let's take a look at Caspa, guys. I'm sorry, I'm being stupid tonight. It's the coffee. Casper, who did? Oh my God, what is this? This looks like a third grader did this. What happened? I'm ashamed. Sean, were you charting over here? Let's look at Casper somewhere else. Well, that looks like a third grader with a crayon set. All right, that doesn't. Why are we looking? You gotta really zoom out on this one, huh? So what we're seeing over here, these little colorful lines are our moving averages, which still got some work to do. Some bearish crosses that have happened over there, some trend lines that were broken, some promises not met, some hearts broken, you know, homes wrecked, all that good kind of stuff happening over there, breaking of the trend lines. Let me get some of these guys. Let's just clear you all up. How about that? But now we got this little angle right there, and we're gonna do the little thingy thing here and try to go as best we can right there. And it does seem to fit kind of nicely through there with touches, and gosh darn it. Now we got a lower ass trend line that we don't want to come back and touch, but if we did, at least it's better. It just gradually goes up as time goes by. These little lows just seem to be gradually easing up from being around a penny, and now the lows are 5 cents and then 6 cents, and then looks like if we have to come back down here, it might be 7 cents. There was a lower high there, so that's a little concerning. Not saying she's definitely got to do that, but there's still some stuff she got to work through up there. Let's come to the 4 hours, see what we can get over here. So I'm seeing a broken trend line here, but I'm not sure if we got something there or not. But I know we definitely got some resistance here now, so that one sucks. We'll put you in a red line. It would be looking like some type of ABC correction to me. Yep. Elliot thinks that the correction might be over. This is like the other one we just looked at. Elliot and I were having this same little conversation. So, I mean, we can do this. I don't like to do that because, well, I mean, I got 2 touches, but remember, okay, so we applied this technique and see if we got some. Okay, now I feel better about it. Now I feel better. I got to do that to feel better about it. I've got to see that channel idea, or I feel like you're just drawing a line to wherever. No, I got to see something that's telling me something. So we got a channel idea there with some resistance ahead. Now, moving average-wise here on the 4 hour, there's some bullish things here worth looking at. You got a bullish cross of the 200 over the 800. Blah, 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 blah. What number are they talking about? With the yellow line crossing the 800, the orange one's a good one. This white line being above all this, that's good too. So we could go back up and talk to that one. That's somewhere around 9.5 cents if we get lucky. Higher lows, ain't going to bitch about that. Casper, let's do it. Regain that ground. Let's get back up. I'm still waiting for 21 cent Casper. You got some people out here saying, oh, all it's got to do is this, get listed on Binance, get listed over here, do this, and get that, and I could be at $10. And I'm like, dude. Slap! Slap. Anyway, it can do good. $10 and all that hopium hype, and I think it's just to get somebody to join their expensive little Discord special little group or something. I think a lot of those big expensive private groups out there. So we looked at cash, but let's take a look at virtuals if you don't mind. Virtuals has been having a little rough time lately, and I'm thinking where would be a good place to look at. Oh well, here it is. So she's at 122. This is what I'm looking, and let me get some of this stuff off of here. This is what I'm looking at. She's trying to, it looks like I got a higher low, 786 Fibonacci, a little area where I'd like to see a higher low happen at, 786 from this move. And this is a bigger ass 786 area from the bigger move, meaning we reclaim this. We got a chance this might be a buy. Are you at 886 retracement? Is that would make some more sense. Why don't you play that? No, you're not. What the hell? Oh, you're a 6-1? Stupid. Did you pull your fib right? Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. That was a... I'm sorry, I mislabeled you. I must have got lazy that night. That is not a 786. That is a 618, and that's a fine place to recover. When she loses that, you will see me a little bearish on this, because losing that one, well, that tells me to to be bearish. We're still below it. We recover this, well, then I'm going to start feeling a little bit more happy and a little bit more loving toward virtuals. And I think it's kind of cool because she was down about what, 113, something like that, and now we're up to 122. Higher lows is trying. She's trying to put in a possible double bottom here. Now, what I kind of see that might happen is what I'm seeing towards several of these coins, where we might get a pump up and it looks good. Oh, we're recovering, yay! But we still got all this stuff for rejection up here, so we might be able to get up about 170. I would love to see get up to 180, but just retesting even here at 160. In these areas, you know, we might have to see what's happening, because, you know, that's a bigger trend line that we broke there. It's kind of a bigger deal, and we can make that little argument that we got a new bigger trend line, but this is still going to be resistance no matter what. And so even if we did get that new trend line idea, which sucks because now we're having to skip over touching this one, that's kind of a weak idea, really. But even if that happened, you know, that means that we can still be coming back to retest it a couple of times, right? So hopefully I got a position in this, and I'd like to see her come back up in this like 170 area. Now that's looking at it from left to right, and I think that's very important to keep track of that. And also look at it this way. A lot of people do. Some people will say, "Oh, you're not looking at the right road, dog." And you got an argument here that we are in a falling channel, making a kind of partial decline, and that's another area, but it still relies on us getting past this 618 fib area. Fibs are great guidance. Probably help if I tighten it up a little bit. I see I'm off a little bit down there. You suck, road dog. You're sloppy. That just gives us more to work for right there, doesn't it? More to work for. Tighten up the game, road dog. Use the magnet tool. You're professional. Still got more to work for there. There are no magnets in crypto. I'm sticking with Joe on that. Let's take a look at Spell Token. Oh, snap! What the hell? Look at you. Now that scared me. That looks higher high. Can't bitch about that. That's, yeah. Spell Token. I was thinking Spell was a Dex, if I remember right. So, okay, so Spell. So we got a trend line idea that we broke, and mine kind of was a little weak. I give it a lot of wiggle room. Going through more wicks than candle bodies, it look like. I can't tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell. No, there's a candle body. Is that how we got so much space in here or something? Tighten you up. Anyway, regardless, even if we get our angle and put it down to that wick and still get traction down here, how it lines up, that's a cool little trick that I use a lot. I don't know if you've ever tried that, but once you get your angle lined up with candle bodies, and then you got some extra little wicks and stuff, if you pull that angle down to your wick, you'll find that it lines up with whatever you got going on kind of nice too. There's something about these angles. That's part of my analysis anyway. Doesn't have to be part of yours. You can look at it as being astrology if you like. That's cool, but works for me. We're coming up against the resistance. Oh, look. Oh, snap. Did I just move that fib? So we're at resistance, but if you look at the pattern idea, squeezing, falling wedge, those are nice. It's a shallow one. Yeah. At a bottom. Nice. Isn't that a continuation pattern? At these strong areas of support that have been bottom of trend lines, and seeing one of them, that's one of my best places. I'd love to see a falling wedge form. Now, the rule of the game for these guys is that, you know, they extend on out, and they normally don't break out to it's about 75% of the way in, which means that if you go by that, there could be some more dilly-dallying through here. Just got to say that. I mean, that's true. Or so you just go ahead and break out and then start maybe making something else. But you do have a slanting trend line there. What it basically means is that we're squeezing, and the price is squeezing. You're squeezing, and when you start squeezing, something's going to pop. And it's got just a little bit more of a chance to pop to the upside than the downside at the moment, anyway, in my personal opinion. Let's go down to the 4 hour on Spell Token. What are you doing over here, Spell? That looks juicy, nice. You still got some stuff to work out, though. Got to flip these bigger moving averages for me to feel better, and they haven't quite done that. So no matter how far we go up, we're probably still going to stick around in this little zone here for a little while. Is that our 236? Yeah, I think we'll stick below it for a minute. Make sure I got you topped out there. Dial it in. Don't be sloppy. Don't be sloppy. Try to be accurate. Okay, we got a 618 coming in there for some reason. I don't know what that's from, so I'm gonna just, I can't remember what that's from. Just change it to what we need it. It's really close right there. That would make a nice little higher high. That would be cool. I'm cool. Connect these little guys. Even if you went wick to wick to wick. You still in the area of resistance? I'd like to see what it keeps on doing. This is a great area to get paid. I'm just saying. If you've been in this, still a good place to get paid a little bit. Maybe your stop loss to break even or whatever. Had a nice little breakout of this trend line. Look at that. That's nice. Haven't retested anything down here, and that could happen. So do look for this as a possible retest area, especially since all these moving averages are still hanging here and price isn't. You know, sometimes they get a little homesick and got to come back and I missed you. And then they got to throw them out of the nest again and send them on their ways. Right now, I think she's still got a little bit, she has a little bit more legs above the 9 moving average. Can't bitch about that. That's a good sign. Draw a trend line, watch it. As long as it don't break it, we're good. When it does break it, well, we need to do something. Need to reevaluate what we're doing in life here. Ask ourselves some serious questions. I like what I'm seeing here on the 1 hour. That's kind of nice. So I would expect 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 hump, and then maybe the dump hump. Looks pretty good right now. Spell Token. What the hell are you, Spell? I've already forgotten. Let's go check her out if you don't mind. Where did I erase you? Really? Spell Token. You don't tell me what you are. That's why I don't like you. So, oh, you do? Okay. About? Are you starting to do that now? Spell is a government's token and utility token that serves as the native token of Abracadabra. .money. It can be staked to vote on. Oh, you're a governance and utility token? I mean, they can do some stuff, but $94 million market cap. Total supply 196 million. Max supply 210 billion. 210 billion. Is that right? 210 billion? And you're in the fractions of the penny. Oh, okay. $94 million market cap, so still a small market cap. What are you going to do? 5x? 10x? Its all-time high was 3 cents 4 years ago, and it's down 98% from that right now. To 3 cents, huh? Governance and utility tokens. Hopefully they got a little bit more going on right now than what they used to have. Or whatever. I don't even know what you do. Abracadabra money. Mint. Is it Magic Internet Money? Sorry, the Abracadabra front end is not available in your current location. Well, that makes it convenient, don't it? Okay. All right, well, it has gotten hype for what it's doing here on the chart. She's interesting. How she's going to perform overall, I mean, I have no idea. Just governance and utility tokens, they're something that, I mean, they get slow, okay? People forget about them easy. They get hot for a minute, and then people forget about them for months, sometimes years, until they cycle around and get hot again, right? Trapped in bad dreams. Oh, Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at JLP. So Jupiter Perp. That one is good. I've had that for a while. It's just been steady up. Just steady up like S&P 500 or something. It just keeps steadily. It doesn't fluctuate much. It just steadily goes up and to the right. Oh, when she came down here. When was... This is Jupiter Perps, and this is just the crypto thing. And I had a bag of this I was going to hope for. I've sold a little of it just to go into a few other things every once in a while. I pulled some out of it, which I guess you should do. Should have pulled that out in profit. But it's been a nice one. It's held my little bag up pretty steady for a while. So JLP Jupiter, that's this Jupiter Launchpad, Mix C. Is that the same? That looks different there. Okay, no. It's Jupiter Perps, right? I'm trying to get a good... It's pretty much available. I don't see any dexes really that have that. I guess we're sticking with this. So it's $4.93 right now, the higher high there. I don't think did you quit? Is that 113? Oh, yep, it is. Okay, so that makes sense. We'll go ahead and put this target up here. Still looking for about 553. Next little target there. Yeah, that's actually right. That's spot on right there. That was spot on for a higher high. And now you're at the 236, which could be super bullish if it actually bounces there. Might have a chance. It might have a chance even if it just kind of comes back down and goes sideways and bounces from there. Man, that could be a strong ass move. That one could get really, really sweet. Start taking us up to these areas and a couple areas beyond. Sounds crazy now, but that's 680, 678. And color that thing blue so I can remember what we're doing there. So yeah, if we can respect this trend line and hold it, and that would be our 1 hump, 2 hump, could get a 3rd hump and then our dump. Man, I would love to see it up at those areas. We're looking at our 10%, another 30, another 35% gains possible. Pretty cool. Let me do a little angle looking. See, we got this idea too. Channels, always look for things in channels. So some resistance on the top of the channel, somewhere around 530, 532 in that area. So cool. Cool. Look, another channel. It's crazy how that works. Crazy. On the 4 hour, the moving averages look beautiful. Testing the 200, bouncing off the 200. Yeah, she looks like she's trying to do a little something there. So, got little stuff to do. Local pattern. Looks like one of them bullish megaphonies. She's looking solid. I think she's going to keep on doing what she's been doing, making a series of higher highs and higher lows there. Nice little strong move to the upside. It's a good one to be in, I think. So just it's a slow one, but it's slow and steady. So it's a nice place to kind of park a little profits in on Jupiter, like if you're playing something on one of your wallets or something like that. It's a good place to hold some profit. So with Bitcoin, I think I have Bitcoin available. All right, I'm going to take a look at one that I know nothing about. And I want to go to, I think, CoinMarketCap. They seem to give me a little bit more information on the website about the project, so I don't have to go dig as much. Oh, I like what they're doing over here. They give the Fear and Greed's at 54% right now. Trey Cool. Trending coins is MemeFi, which is That was actually one on my list that I was going to go to. And the one I'm going to look at right now is called Uranus. Yep. We're going to look at some buttholes. I mean, some planets. Very educational channel. Market cap of 43 million. This one's trending right now. I want to see what's happening with it. And I want to find out what are you? Uranus is one of the longest running jokes in history. Okay, so where am I going? Now immortalized on the blockchain, what began as a simple play on words has become a global cultural constant, effortlessly funny, endlessly renewable, and instantly recognizable. It transcends. Okay, let's check. Do you have any kind of website or anything? No? Nothing? No? Really? Jupiter Mobile, Phantom, backpack, wallets are good for it. Okay. Huh. So I guess you're just one of those Solana. Are you a pump.fun thing? I would think they would have something, a website, a Twitter, or something. And I'm not. There's Twitter. Okay. You got to give me something. Uranus. Oh, there we go. There's the website. So tell me, click anywhere to start audio. What the hell? Why you got a white screen? That takes 10. Okay, it's turned black. You're cool. Ha! That looks like a dog chew toy. What? What is that? That's Uranus. Is it really? Okay. Oh! Oh, you can scroll and it gets bigger or smaller. Where are you going? My anus ran away. Does it get bigger over here? Wow, oh my god, it's coming right at us. We're gonna die. I lost everything. I've lost the screen. The screen is now gone. Oh my god. Can we recover? Oh, here we are. What happened? Do you guys hear the sound effects? Because there is definitely sound on this little booger. I lost everything over here. Excuse me while I get my studio set back up here. Okay, we do not have that set up where you can hear it. Unfortunately, my bad. Oh, here we are. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. All right, so whatever this is. Anyway, let's get off of this and let's go look at the chart. Because you're not doing anything. That's all you do. Oh, wow, you took me right to Jupiter and still playing all that music in the background. Okay. My whole studio blinked out. All my screens went down. Let me get all my stuff. 21 people hanging out. Thank you for hanging out here. It got kind of weird there. Sorry. We're looking at Uranus. Hope you don't mind. Anyway, let's go see what the chart looks like. Maybe it looks better. Another worthless coin that seems to be people putting their money into, so does it have a play? Or is it just a stupid thing to do? Probably the latter. You made a lower low. You are okay. I see you're moving here on the 4. That's all you've done though. Why are you getting promotion? Maybe she's got a well, okay, I can see something. It's spiky, and she spiked up out of these lines before and went right back. So closing the candle above there. We go to a smaller time frame like the 1 hour. We saw that on the 4 hour. So the 4 hour, we'll see there's a possibility, right? So now I'm coming down to a smaller time frame to see if we got anything that might give us a little confirmation, something like that. And I could, by my rules, go here, and I could say, look, we got a breakout. Candles cleared it on the 1 hour, and maybe. We also got some wicks up there with this angle, which, you know, I would say I need to see just a wee bit more. Was she trying? Okay, I'll give you credit for that. She's trying. Actually, it looks like it might actually break out from here, to be honest with you, what I'm seeing from everything else on the indicators. Money flow is starting to come up, so trend trying to change a little bit right there. Unless she rolls over, then that would suck. What would make you think she's going to roll over? Well, the other things starting to be topped out and wanting to come down a little bit. There might be. She's at a good area for it. So what are you saying, Road Dog? Is she going up? Is she going down? You got the buy signal here on Market Cipher, the little green dot saying, hey man, starting to look a little bullish above the non-moving average. I can see why some people would be interested in this. I don't see any bullish divergence on this time frame. That would have been cool. That would have been helpful. But she's trying. She's trying. It might have a... There's not much volume coming in yet, although just a little bit on this candle. It's trying to do something. It may be a little lackluster, meaning she might break out and kind of range around here before she starts doing something else. Fib-wise, that's the best way I like to look at them. We just do what we always do around here. Best way to use the fibs, I believe. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And just kind of take its temperature is how I describe it. So I know I'm looking for you to come here and break out at 48 cents. And after you break out at 48 cents, that 57 cent and especially the 64 cent area line up beautifully high to low. Look to the left, man. You'll be surprised at how beautiful the fibs call out, where you can put your price targets and get gosh darn good results most of the time. Any other system, measure moves or whatever, you put a price tag up there. Maybe you put a limit order in or something, and that's how you're working your trade. The price goes through them, right? On fibs, doesn't happen that much. Looking to the left helps you kind of figure that out, but on fibs, more often than not, you're going to actually get right and nail it to the area. Not always nail it to the penny, but it might have just a little give and take. But you usually get it, right? And then that's usually where you see some kind of reaction. But any other random number from any other line or whatever you throw out there, I mean, it might just keep on going. It doesn't happen as much with the fibs, especially if you're looking to the left and seeing what else is going on, or if you're looking at some other things for confluence. And everything that I've so far on this one, every one of these fib levels looks like they're just beautiful places to put limit orders to take profit on this. And so if you apply that strategy to this guy or any other guy, I'm not trying to shield Uranus, it's probably a crap coin anyway, but it's a trending crap coin. But imagine on a setup trade idea like that, if you get a breakout of a falling wedge or a falling channel, I don't know, let's say $100 or something like this, and here's 10%, and up here is 30%, so trade's worth $130 at that point. All these are good places to take some profit, whatever percentage you would like, but take your profit and move your stop to break even, and you do better. Even then, you could possibly get stopped out, and that still kind of sucks. So all the way up to 47%, all the way up here. So $100 be worth about 150. We get up to 64 cents, and we're sitting at 43. It can do that. It can even go higher. All right, so we just took a look at Uranus, and it's looking sexy. I'm just saying, she's looking a little bit tired right now, though. Uranus is looking a little tired on some of these time frames. Nice little rounding bottom for Uranus. We said that. Look, Uranus has a nice rounded bottom. What's this? Uranus? All right.
Yes.
Look at that cheeky thing right there. All right. So Uranus is looking kind of hot. Maybe. She's still got work to do. I don't think it's going to be a breeze, but it might be worth, I don't know, taking a little nibble. I'm coming back to the chat because this is just getting too weird. Haven Peck says, moonlighting science teacher. Gator Squatch, XPR, let's go to the moon. That one was doing good today, wasn't it? It was still doing good. I can't remember what we said about it last night. Oh! Well, it looked like she's getting her little pullback there on the last hour or so. So she may have broken that parabola. May have. Let's zoom out. So yeah. She was looking really good last night. Hopefully you took some profits up there, my man. She got up as high as 0.0069. Did we have anything? Do we have any levels or anything? What are we oh, I got the big boy targets on there. I got the big boy targets. So what have you done today since the breakout? Today and yesterday. It's had 2 good days there. I thought it was about 7% today. What is it? Oh, nice. Look at that. That's 36%. Oh my gosh. Up to target is going to be, even from that breakout, up to the target at 0.0099. That'd be 100% move from the breakout. All right. So that's cool. So now look, we got this trend line idea. And now you do the reciprocal angle right over here. And you see these little trend lines? You see that? Do you see these little wicks over here and how they kind of line up with my angle there? That's, yeah, I like that. So you're at the resistance where you like it or not, and whether it goes sideways or just instantly drops down, we're looking at the bottom trend line again to be tested. It could just go sideways like it did here and go up one more time, inch by inch there, I guess, until this one of these trend line breaks. Kind of cool. It hasn't come back up here yet to get this higher high, but looks like that's going to be the next area to test. 0.0008. Go for it. Moving averages look good here on the daily. On the 4 hour, and now she's getting a pullback, so you might see a pullback to the 0.5 fib with a nice impulse move like that, and that would be about this area right here, about 0.0058. So I would look and see what kind of reaction we get there. And also, ironically, as it happens to be, we got a little tidbit of confluence there because the 9 moving average on this time frame is hanging around right there too. Be a nice little place for it to come back and bounce off the 9 moving average, maintain a nice little tight, I'd say trend. But then I got this little guy here saying, I'll keep an eye on that trend line. Doesn't have to come back that far. Well, let's take a look at Bitcoin if you don't mind and see how she's doing here. 4 hour looks like it's been a little negative. Have a negative Nelly rejection here of the 200 moving average. That's it's kind of sad. The 4 hour suggests with a red dot. Oh my God, it's all over. We got the sell signal. It's over. We're going back to zero. Look what's happening here with our moving averages, though. We got that bullish cross of the 9 over the 21. I expect this area here about 14.5, 14.4, 114,500 area. If we make it down there, I expect it to hold. That's a nice cross. That should give us some good support there. It's also near the bottom of this trend line that I think we broke back into. Or did I just draw it sloppy? It's a sloppy trend line. Ignore that. It probably worked on a bigger time frame. Still 100 moving average down there. Yeah, where's that? 114,370. So it might be coming down just a wee little bit. See a trend line here. We got a track. Yeah. I like you. You need to hold, baby. You need to hold right there. So seeing things come down, haven't yet made a higher high over here. That's a little concerning. So we need to see a bounce, and then we need to knock this out. We need to knock out 115,800 out of Bitcoin just to keep this momentum going. I'm looking at this moving average and that one is hope that we can at least come up. We need to come back and talk to the devil. That's basically what Bitcoin needs to do. It's got to go up to that little Lucy line, and that's what that little red line is. That is that's the little devil girl. We're below her, where she likes Splice to hang out, likes everything to be below her. So, turbulence. Just see some turbulence over maybe the next day or so as they start to take us into the weekend, but it does look like they're trying to turn us around a little bit, and at some point I would expect them to try to get us to chase, maybe as we go into Thursday night, Friday, maybe across our fingers that they do that instead of dumping us. but they may be flipping the script a little bit, going back to their old gameplay to try to entice retail into the weekend. Now that summer's starting to wind down, kiddos will be going back to school pretty soon, coming back from all them vacations, you know. Might be about the time to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, come back to the chat. Bulls on Parade, how's it going? That 3-day on Bitcoin is making me wag my tail. No, I don't think I looked at the 3-day. Not tonight on here. Well, I see some warning signs on it, to be honest with you. I like the money flow. The money flow looks good. I like the stochastics trying to bump up. That looks good. I'm just kind of, the MACD's got me a little cautious here because we had a negative cross there. So I'm a little cautious that we're still holding a trend line. I hope so. We need a bounce though for Bitcoin. For real, for real. The RSI on the 3-day, how are you looking? We got you. And I think we got you, which broke. That was the concern. We lost the yellow signal line and we lost a trend line. So a little iffy, but are you at an area where you can bounce? You are. We're at an area where we got some local support here. Let's hope that maybe it can come back up and retest that signal line on the RSI here. Let me also, let's check this little thing out here. Ah, cool. That you need to bounce. Can you do it? I see a little bit of bullishness. I would like to see more than that. I really would. I don't like us being under. I don't like us being under the non-moving average on any time frame. And we got the 21 down here at 111, so we're still open for some possible downside. Let's not get it twisted. We're still open for it, even on the bigger time frame. So we got to be cautious about that. The daily is starting to look nice, though. The daily to me is starting to look nice. We're above the non-moving average. I see us that we can come up here and test these areas, but I still, even here on the daily, I'm not seeing this. We're going to have trouble at 117 if we can get up that high, right? So I think we're going to try to shoot up through there, but I'm not sure how we're going to do when we get up there. That's kind of what I'm looking at. But the 3-day to me looked a little bit more. The daily looks a little bit more bullish than the 3-day to me, really. But I'm glad you mentioned that, so I can take a look at it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to ease out of here. We've been going for about an hour and 43 minutes. I appreciate you for hanging out, 22 people. Appreciate all of you and all your support. If you don't mind, if you haven't already, if you could just...
I don't think this is my like button. I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
If you could help me pay for my heart doctor from all the stress that Bitcoin Elvis puts me under on this show, hit that like button. Help the stream and reach some other people, and we can just grow our audience, have some more fun late at night, and just try to get some decent alpha out there and ways to look at this market, share the knowledge, and don't forget these other guys too. Joe from Trade Intuition. You also got Meet Davian. Don't forget to go check him out. That's not the right way. How did you get to meet Damian Wyan and Ray? What happened there? Proper shout outs. I'm trying to. It should be over here in my subscription section toward the top, but for some reason it's not. But me, Damian, right there. And ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow should be an interesting day. Let's hope that Total 3 will be generous to us. It's starting to look oh man. No, don't lose that trend line. Don't give it up, baby. Don't roll over. We don't need you to roll over. We need you to go bullish. Well, just to be honest with you, it looks like for going into the morning, it may be a little bearish for some of the altcoins. We're losing that 200 moving average on the 1 hour. But I still think it will be topsy-turvy. I think we can, if we do come down a little bit, I expect us to just kind of do sideways. Even out of altcoins, they will kind of follow that Bitcoin. It's going to be shaky, I think, so be careful. They try to set us into the weekend, but as we get toward the weekend, Thursday maybe, I think we might start seeing the little gun run in there, the little game playing, and get us out to chase all the chasers. Personally, I've got my limit order set and waiting for price to go in for some sales, and that's how I'm playing it. Not really trying to accumulate anymore at the moment, especially after we always risen up, because that would be more like chasing. And just see if we can get paid this weekend. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Going to the end screen now. Oh, I didn't get to see. Ladies, can we do it? She's still dropping a little bit. She's still down in the good area to accumulate it, but it's just not time yet. Ladies has got to break this level right here, confirm this pattern. You could look at it as an ascending triangle or Adam and Eve, possible. But you got to get above this level here before we see anything juicy happening for the breakout. Until then, accumulation. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. That can help. Well, hopefully you saw that. Hope you're still here. Let me see if I move this out of the way there. Okay, you saw it. Good.
Xbox dreams lost its cut so fine. Your touch keeps fears at bay. Sharks won't steal my dawn's new light. I'm building something true. I'm holding strong, holding strong. I'm breaking free for you. Oh, breaking free for you. For your late night glow, our eyes won't fall. Hey, sisters, move.
Holly says Mixie has more price history for Uranus.
I'm breaking free for you.
Haven says, is Chili dead? Was it an NFT sports still? Chili's coin was associated with the soccer coin. They were kind of hot, but very niche. Same thing could be done by a different way.
Keep pushing, yeah. Still fighting,
I haven't looked at it in a long time, though.
still fighting.
CHC, isn't it?
I'm breaking free for you. Oh,
It's 3 cents.
breaking free for you.
It's got some bullish divergence here on the weekly.
Night glow, our eyes won't fall. Hey, sisters, move. No
She's down low, lower than she's been before. It does pretty good whenever soccer season's happening. It has a tendency to do pretty good.
Breaking free for you.
But it hasn't done much more than 15 cents over the past year, though.
My hope ain't theirs to break. I'm breaking free for you.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See you again on tomorrow.